There we go. So we're recording now, so if we can all stop the swearing, that would be great.
Best behaviour.
Lorraine, I still can't see you.
Hang on, let me
Incognito.
start video.
Ah, there you are. Right, it's 9 o'clock, so let's get started, and then if anyone joins. So this is all low impact, but if you do have any injuries, just pipe up and let me know. I'm going to do some options. And if you do have any injuries, sort of knee, hip, back issues, take the lower option. But you should be able to do everything. So socks or bare feet are fine. Can you see me? No. Right. I'll just put you a bit higher so you can see the standing bits. Okay. Okay, so we're going to stand just at the top of your mat, line your feet up with the front of the mat. Bring your hands to heart center. And we're just going to take a few moments to breathe, plant your feet so you're nice and grounded. Okay, so we're going to start with some sun salutations just to warm up the body and get you ready. Okay, so nice deep breath in, and then I want you to push up towards the ceiling in a mountain pose. Lengthen up through your spine, take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale. We're going to swan dive down. Breathe down the length of your legs. Then we're going to inhale, straighten your back, look up. Exhale, we're going to take our hands back down to the floor. Then we're going to step back on the right and left leg. We're going to hold the plank. So hips in line with the shoulder. Brace your core nice and tight. Then we're going to release the toes, lock those elbows in. Drop your chest down towards the floor. Then push the floor away to come up. If that's not comfortable for your back, your lower back, you can stay down. That's absolutely fine, and keep a bend in the elbows. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in here. On the exhale, I want you to tuck your toes under, push your hips up and your heels down. Slide your shoulder blades back and down. If you can't get your heels on the floor, don't worry, just aim towards it. You're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. And then we're going to step our right foot to the inside of our right hand, then step in with the left, and I want you to roll your spine one vertebrae at a time, back up as you breathe in, and then exhale at the top. Okay, we're going to go again on the left-hand side. So deep breath in, extend up, lengthen up through your spine into a mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, straighten your back, look up. Exhale, step back with the left, then the right. We're going to hold our plank for a couple more breaths. Good, okay, on the next in-breath, release the toes, lock those elbows in, drop the chest, and push the floor away. That's it, so you should get a nice lower back stretch here. But as I say, if it doesn't feel good, keep the elbows bent. Good, on the next in-breath, tuck your toes under, push your hips up and your heels down. Let's see if we can work those heels a little bit further down towards the floor now. Slide your shoulder blades back and down. Imagine you're trying to put your shoulder blades in your pocket. Good, on the next in-breath, step in your left, then your right, and roll that spine back up to standing. Exhale at the top. Okay, so we're going to go through those at our own pace now. I'm going to add in some extras, but you don't have to do them. You can stick with that version, yeah? So, inhale, we're going to come into a mountain pose, and if you want to, and only if you want to, you can add a baby back bend. So take your hands behind, arch the back. You get a nice stretch on the lower back there. If, as I say, if you don't like it, it's fine. Take out the back bend and just stay with the mountain pose. Then we're going to forward fold. As you exhale, inhale, straighten your back, look up. Now this time you can step back right and left, or you can jump back, but make sure you land softly in your plank. That's it, hold it for a few breaths. Good, okay, lower down, and if you want to keep the thighs off the floor in an up jog, if you have the strength to do that, then you're more than welcome to. If not, legs on the floor are fine. Yeah, that's it, deep breath. Look up towards the ceiling. Again, tuck toes under, push your hips up, heels down. Roll those shoulder blades back and down. Okay, so now we have the option to step in right then left, or we can jump it. If you're jumping, bend the knees, push your hips back, Yeah, and rev yourself up to jump your feet right into your hands, then roll up. Exhale at the top. That's it. The aim is to get your feet as close to your hands as possible when you jump in and when you step in. It really opens up the hips. Let's go again on the left or jumping. Remember, you've got the option to add that baby back bend in if you want it. Good. Swan dive down. Straighten your back, look up. Good. Lower down. So jumping or stepping back, left then right. That's it. So cobra or up dog now. Just realised you can't see the bottom half of me. Sorry, guys. Good. Tuck your toes under, push your hips up and heels down. Okay, so bend the knees, push your hips back to rev yourself up. And then we're going to really round that spine. Imagine you're stacking your vertebrae one at a time, but you want to keep space in between them. Yeah? Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. This is normally where I would be quiet and walk around and have a look. But I'll do it with you. I don't want to put you off. So take it at your own pace, guys. Add in the extras if you want them. 2 more times, and then we're going to come down to the floor and rest in child's pose. See if you can extend the amount of breath that you hold that plank for. Really try and brace that core. Make sure your shoulders stay in line with your hips. Good. And when you're lowering, make sure your chest goes down before your hips. Good. Okay, tuck the toes under. And let's really work those heels down towards the floor now. Make sure your ribs aren't flaring out. Tuck the shoulder blades back and down. I find it always helps to look up before I jump my feet in. Make sure you're landing softly. Good. Last time, guys. Take your time with it. Enjoy it. Try and push the stretches a little bit further. Good. When you've done that, guys, your last one, just come down to the floor and rest in a child's pose. So if you haven't done a child's pose before, you make a little space in between your feet. You're going to push your hips back into that space between your feet. You're going to extend the arms out. If you have any shoulder problems, you might find it more comfortable to take your arms down by your side with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. But if it feels good, I'm just going to rest here. And I want you to take some nice deep breaths right into the back of your ribs. That's it. This is where we all need to lower our screens a little bit so I can see you. Okay. Take a few breaths here because you've earned it. That's it. Breathe right into the back of the rib cage. And when you exhale, imagine you're trying to smear up a mirror so we can hear it, so we can hear that. Good. Okay, now if you start to look up for me, I want you to push your fingertips up. That just takes the stretch into the back of the shoulders. Can you feel that? As I said, if you do have any shoulder issues, just keep it passive like this, that's fine. Or even if you just fancy a bit more of a rest, you can do that. Good. Okay, release the hands down. We're going to walk the hands over to the right hand side and sit your hips slightly to the left. Should feel that stretch all down this left hand side. Just take it to the first point of stretch, and then when it starts to ease off, you can walk into it a little bit further with that left hand. Good. Okay, walk it back to the center, and then we're going to go over to the left, slightly to the right. Keep pushing your hips back in that little space between your feet. Try and regulate the breath. Okay, let's walk it back to the centre. I want you to push yourself up on your hands and knees. So I want you to walk your hands under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Just check that for me. You've got a nice box there. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and we're going to hollow out the stomach and arch your back up towards the ceiling. Then as you exhale, you're going to drop the belly button down towards your mat and arch your back away from the ceiling. So it's called cat to cow. It should feel quite nice on your back. Just get the ears off your spine. Good, okay, when you've done as many as those as you feel you need to, you can carry on. If you need to loosen off your back a little bit more, we're going to set it somewhere in the middle so that your core is braced and your back is neutral. Then we're going to extend opposite arm and opposite leg. Have a little pause when you're fully extended. And then we're going to bring them back in, nice and slowly, nice and controlled. And then we're going to go on the other side. So it's opposite arm to leg. And what we don't want to see is our hips rocking from side to side. We want to brace that core, lock those hips in, keep it nice and level. So you're going to have to push onto the mat through your supporting knee and hand. Bring it in nice and slowly, nice and controlled. It's okay if you wobble. If you do feel like you're going to fall, please do put your hand down. Better than face plant in the mat. Yeah, nice and slowly. Try and extend that pause and make sure your back leg is staying in line with your body. So you don't want to see it kicking up here, or because that is going to hyperextend your lower spine. Let's keep it nice and neutral. So flat line. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to add in some options. You can stick with this one, or if you're confident, we can change direction and we're going to take it out to a 45-degree angle, bring it back in, place it back down. So extend it out, take it out, back to the center, back down. Different plane of movement, so it just challenges your balance that little bit further. Make sure you're bracing that core and try and keep your hips level. Good, good job, guys. I can't see your legs, Lorraine. That's okay. I'm sure they look fabulous.
Keep hitting the wall.
Yeah, just give me one more on each side, guys. Good, okay. We're going to take it back down to the mat, but this time we're going to lay on our backs. If you want to turn your mats around, just get yourself comfy. Yes. Okay. Take a nice deep breath in. Arms just down by your side with your palms pressing into the floor. Try and push your spine into the mat. Take your hands on your hips and we're just going to do some pelvic tilts. So take the hands to the hips. Imagine that they're a jug. You're going to pour the water in and then you're going to tip it out. So you scoop your hips up and then you tip it out. Okay, just pour it in and squeeze. Tip it out and release. Yeah, then again, we're going to lock our hips in somewhere in the middle, where your hips are level and your core is braced. Then we're going to push up through our heels. We're going to walk the heels in towards the bum. Make sure your hips, heels and toes are in a straight line. We're going to drive them up. Make sure you're sitting up nice and high on your shoulders. And we're going to lower down slowly. When we're back down on the mat, we're going to drop our knees over to the right. Keep your spine pressed into the mat. So you should get a nice stretch on your left hand glute there. And then take them back into the center. Drive up through your heels. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Make sure you're sitting up nice and high on those shoulders. Then lower down. I'm going to drop our knees to the left. That's it. That should feel quite nice. But if you do have any lower back issues, you can miss that bit out or just don't take them so far. Get back to the center. Drive it up and squeeze. Good, lower it and drop it over. So we're working our posterior chain here, so you should feel this in your back, glutes and hamstrings. Bring it back into the center, drive it up, but you'll also feel this in your core. Good, lower down and drop over to the left. Good, back to the center, we're going to do one more each side. As it really push those hips up towards the ceiling, sitting up nice and high on those shoulders. Good, lower down, drop over to the right. If you want, you can add some pressure, bring them up to 90 degrees and really push them down so you get a nice stretch on the glute. Good, release, back to the center, drive it up. When you're up in your bridge, if you imagine you've got a ball or something, or a block in between your knees, squeeze it to activate the quads. Make sure the knees stay in line with the toes. Good, lower down, drop them over to the left. Yeah, okay, we're just going to extend the glute stretch a little bit more. So if you lengthen out your right leg, bring your left knee into your chest and hug it in. Yeah, then we're going to pull our left knee over to the right hand side. Take your left arm out on the floor to support you. Make sure both your shoulders stay in contact with the floor. That's it. And if you try and keep your spine, as much of your spine on the mat as possible, bringing your knee over. You should feel a stretch in that glute. If you want to extend this, you can reach for your toe and take the leg out straight. That's it, and just breathe into it, enjoy that stretch. Yeah, okay, release. Lengthen your left leg away. Now hug your right knee in towards your chest. Pull it in. That's it, give it a hug. Yeah, now push it over to the left hand side and take your right arm out on the floor. That's going to keep your shoulders on the floor. And you can stay here or you can reach for the toe, take the leg out straight. It does intensify the stretch in the glute and it also will bring your hamstrings into it. But you don't have to add that option in if you're feeling a bit tight today. Okay, bring it across. Okay, take your arms back down by your side. If you need a bit of support for your lower back, you can sit your bum on your hands slightly. We're going to squeeze the knees together, squeeze the ankles together. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And then we're going to go for a hip lift, for a reverse crunch. Then we're going to drop down. So this lowering phase will be working the lower abdominals. And then when we go for the reverse crunch, it's all of your abdominals. You should feel that. So drop them, bring them in, push up. And I would rather you lift your hips a tiny bit and be nice and controlled than just sort of throwing it up there where you could hurt your back. So keep it nice and controlled, just a little lift is fine. Then drop the legs, keeping them as straight as possible. And bend your knees into your chest, extend the legs up towards the ceiling, push the hips up, lower down. Okay, give me 4 more on those guys. Remember to breathe through these. Good. When you've done your 4, just hug your knees into your chest and have a little rock. Loosen off the back. That's it. It should feel quite nice. Massage your spine into the mat. Good, okay, when you're ready, roll over onto your right hand side, keeping the knees bent at 90 degrees, one stacked on top of the other. I'm going to take the lower arm out straight, the top arm out straight, and then we're just going to open up through that top arm, Don't worry if you can't touch the floor behind you, that's not the aim. Just opening up your chest. Make sure you follow your top hand with your eyes and your head goes along with it. This move is called a crocodile, but my Flex and Flow class, we named it to Baby Shark. And now I can't stop thinking of Baby Shark every time I do this. So thanks for that, class. Good, we'll go for a couple more. Then you can roll over onto the left-hand side and repeat on the other side. I won't turn my back on you, I'll come round. That's it, so stack the knees, 90 degrees, one on top of the other, laying on your side. And just open up through that top arm. And then bring it back down to close. Nice and slow and steady. As I say, you don't have to touch the floor behind you if it's too much of a twist on your spine. Yeah, just a couple more, and we're going to do some hip openers. Yeah, last one, guys, and then I want you to roll up into a seated position. So put your hand down on the floor to push up to support you. Okay, we're going to take the soles of the feet together, and we're just going to do what's called a butterfly. So push the soles of your feet together, take hold of your toes, and I just want you to flap your knees like a butterfly. That's it. So this is just going to warm the hips up before we stretch them out and open them up. That's it. If you want to take the stretch a little bit further straight away, you can use your elbows to push your knees apart, take hold of the toes and lean into it. So keep the spine lengthened and fold over. Only if you want to though, you can stay with the butterfly, whichever feels better for you. Good. Okay, swing your legs around, come up onto your knees. Okay, you can still see me. We're going to take our right leg forward and we're going to lean into it. So try and slide your back knee away if you can, because then you get a nice stretch down the front of this hip as well. Lean into it. That's it. Now extend your arms up, so biceps by your ear. Lengthen up through your fingers up towards the ceiling. Good. Now we're going to take those hands to the inside of your foot, and then your right hand is going to extend up. So stack the shoulder blades. That's it. Keep leaning, pushing forward into that front hip. Yeah, take some deep breaths. And then on the out breath, we're going to bring it back down. We'll bring some hamstrings into it as well. So sit back on the back foot, keeping this leg out stretched. If that's too much, you can stay up here. Oh, you guys look super flexible. You look good. If you want a bit more, guys, hands to the floor and pull your shoulders down. Keep the length in your spine, but aim to get those shoulders down towards the floor. Imagine you're trying to get your forehead to your knee. Good, okay, release that side. Then come on the other side. So left foot forward now, lean into it, slide the right knee away. That's it. Push forward, but make sure that this knee isn't going over the toe. And then we're going to stretch your arms up overhead. So your biceps are by your ear, lengthen up through your fingers. As it takes some deep breaths. Good. On the exhale, hands down to the floor. We're going to rotate our left arm up now. Stack the shoulders. Good. Deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to bring it back down. So hand either side of the foot, and then we're going to push back and sit on that back heel. Again, you can stay up here if that's too much and just lean forward. Bringing your chest down will increase the stretch on your hamstrings. But even if you are down, if you still want more, pull your chest down towards the floor. Good, okay, come up. We're going to go back to the right hand side. This time, you've got option. You can keep the back knee on the floor, or you can tuck your toe under and push up. So when we extend our arms up, that's it, sink down into the floor. That's it, and push, keep the back leg straight, push the heel away. So you're really using the strength in your legs there. Yeah, you look awesome, guys, well done. Okay, now rotate your hands to the inside of the foot and lift up. Try and keep that back knee off the floor, but you can come down if you need the support. Deep breath, guys. Yeah, okay, rotate your hands back to the floor, drop the back knee, release the toe, and then we're going to swap it over. So that's strengthen your legs. Here you go, so lean into it, tuck the back toe under, push the knee, extend your arms up. This is going to challenge your balance. You're going to need a lot of core strength, but you're also going to need some nice strong legs. Good, guys. Okay, rotate your hands down to the floor, and then we're going to take our left arm up. Good, bring it down. We're going to step back to your left foot, so we're in a plank. Won't leave you here too long, don't worry. Bring up your knee, take it out at an angle, but keep the knee in line with the hip. Drop the back knee and release the toe. So you can see where my leg is here. Okay, so we can stay up here. You get that stretch in the glute, right in the piriformis there, if you can feel it going across the bum cheek. Or you can come down on your forearms if it's not too much. It depends. Try and keep your weight in the centre and not rock over to one side. But take the options. Good, enjoy that stretch on the glutes, guys. Good, okay, walk your hands back under your shoulders. Tuck your back toe under. Push your heel off. Step it out, and then we're going to go again on the left. Good, come down on your forearms. If I could just come up on my screen. Oh, they've removed the 40-minute time limit, that's good. We can go on for hours, guys. So we're doing the pigeon on our left side. Come down onto your forearms if it feels good, or stay up on your hands. That's it, keep the weight in the centre, and don't worry if one side feels tighter than the other, that's perfectly normal. Good, okay, walk your hands back under your shoulder. Tuck the back toe under, lift up your knees, step it out back into your plank. You're going to bend your knees, walk your hands back up into your feet. Roll your spine up. I've got a balance challenge for you. So we need to see standing up, really. I say it's a balance challenge for you, but it's also going to be a challenge for me because I haven't done it in a while. Okay, so we've got 4 moves that we're going to do 4 times, hopefully. If at any point you feel like you're wobbling, please tap down your foot. But ideally, we want to keep the foot off of the floor. I'm going to get rid of my mat because I feel like I'm better grounded on the floor, but it's up to you if you want to use mat or floor. Okay, so first of all, we're going to transfer our weight into our left leg. Keep the knee slightly soft, so a slight bend in the knee. And we're going to pick up our right knee and pull it into the chest. That's it, take a nice deep breath in. Okay, now we're going to take it out into the side. That's it, doing great so far, guys. Okay, find your foot. Push the foot into the hand. We're going to hip hinge forward and extend that arm out. That's it, into a lovely dancer's pose. Okay, we're going to take that into an aeroplane. So take your leg out long. That's it, tension through the arms. Good, awesome, you've got it. Now let's bring it back through into move 1. Hopefully without tapping the foot. That's it. Pull that knee right in towards your chest. Don't worry about the little wobbles. They strengthen your ankles, all those little muscles that support the ankles, support the knee. Good. Then we're just going to bring it out. That's it. If you need to tap your foot down, that's absolutely fine. Okay, find your foot. There it is. Hip hinge forward. You're going to extend that arm, push your foot into your hand. That actually makes it easier to balance. Or focus on a spot, something that doesn't move. Now let's extend it out into our aeroplane. Good, well done guys. 2 more times. This time we're going to try to not touch. So imagine you're pulling your knee into your chest, but actually you're not touching. Then we're going to take it out into the side. That's it. Extend it out in front. That's it. Keep tension through those fingertips. Reach through the fingertips. Yeah, then take the arms out and extend the leg out long. Good. 1 more time, guys. Try not to touch. I need you to tap down there. I was going. Yes, looking strong, guys. Well done. Yeah, beautiful. Put that foot down. Have a little shake out. Your supporting leg might feel a little bit achy. Right, we're going to go into the other leg now. So we can touch on these first 2 rounds. So pull that knee towards your chest. That's it. Keep the chest lifted. Lengthen up through your spine. Yeah, now we're going to take it out. That's it. Try and keep tension through the legs, through the arms. Find your foot. Push your foot into your hand. I'm going to hip hinge forward. Keep the back nice and straight. Lengthen your fingers away. You might have already discovered that you have one leg stronger than the other. Take that leg out straight. Swing your arms. This is my bad leg, as you can probably tell. Good. Okay, bring it back through. Try and not to tap down. I had a little cheeky tap down there. Good. Out to the side. Find your foot. That's it. Push the foot into the hand. Now we're going to extend out in front. Forward through the hips. That's it. You're doing well, guys. Take it out. Lengthen that leg away. Good. Okay. We're going to go there again without touching. So just air, pull your knee in towards your chest. Right, so much harder on this side. Anyone else finding that, or is that just me? Hinge it forward. Lifting your arms away. Now push back to the side. Good. 1 more time, guys. Bring it in. Tap down if you need to. Take it out. That's it. Take your time, guys. Don't rush it. Take it forward. That's it. So you're almost coming into a deadlift by lifting the hips. Let me lengthen that leg. Extend the arms out. Yeah, well done, guys. Good bit of balancing there. Okay, so coming towards the end of the session, so we're just going to have a little stretch, maybe a little bit of a relax at the end. So hands to heart center. We're going to stretch it back up, lengthen up through your spine. We're going to finish how we started. So nice deep breath in, lift the chest. Okay, now our right leg, we're going to take it behind the left. We're going to fold over the left hand side, so you should get a nice stretch down your right hand side here. Good. Okay, step it out, take the left leg behind the right leg and bend over to your right hand side to get a lovely stretch down your obliques there, down the lats. Side. feet hip width apart, toes facing forward. We're going to extend the arms up, biceps by your ear, and then we're going to sit back on our imaginary chair. That's it. One last little test for your quads there. Now we're going to slowly lower down. So we're going to go back onto the mat, but of course it's always got to be an exercise. So lower down. When you feel you need to, put your hands down to catch yourself. Extend the legs out in front of you. Just going to bring you a little bit closer so you can see me. That's it. Oh, I ruined my mat. So extend your legs out in front of you. Take your arms out. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, I want you to slowly lower yourself back. Try not to let your feet lift up. So in this case, you don't want to be the first one to the floor. When you get down to the mat, I want you to completely let your muscles sink into the mat and just relax. So we're going to take a nice corpse pose. Arms down by your side, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Your muscles relax. So if you try squeezing them, then unclench and just let them sink into the mat. Let your spine sink into the mat. Take some deep breaths. You can close your eyes if you want to, but you don't have to if you don't feel comfortable. Just look up towards the ceiling. Take some nice deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That's it. Just take a few moments for yourself just to set you up for the rest of the day. And then when you've done as many as you feel you need to, I want you to roll onto your side, place your hand down to push you back up into a seated position, nice and slowly so you don't get any head rushes. Come back up into a seated position, and you're all done, guys. Well done. Thank you. Well done,
was
guys.
really amazing.
Good job.
Sarah.
I've forgotten how much I miss teaching.